Hey guys, welcome. Today is going to be the first video of me running this solo this year. This is a project or a boat I got last fall. Had a couple of rides in it and been trying to learn how to drive it. Trying to break 60 miles an hour on a consistent basis and run as potentially up to 70 at some point. Before I get it out, there's a couple of things that I ended up having to do to this before getting it ready for the season. At the end of last year, I was getting a little dripping out of the hose coming out of here. You can see there, that is old. It actually was torn right here. I ripped it a little more when I pulled it off, but yeah, we're gonna replace that. That's an easy job. All right, it's gonna be the first start with the 140. I just replaced this hose. Really just starting to make sure I got no leakage going on. Brand new Raker, 24 pitch. So after getting it ready, I'm going to show you the footage of my first ride out. I got kind of a small stretch, about a mile, a little more than a mile along a river that I go out that I can get some pretty calm conditions at. I'm going to take 2 laps, and on my last lap, I'm going to push it, see if I can break 61 miles an hour. Last year with the smaller props, 61 was, I felt like, what I was maxing out. But here in this video, at the end, I finally was able to get it up on the pad, which last year, I don't feel any of my attempts, I was riding on the pad. And many of you guys will know what that means. I was not familiar with riding on the pad really until I did it in this. This has a very small V pad. The engine has to be trimmed at a horizontal level or positive level in order to get on the pad. If it's trimmed at a negative level at all, it's going to put a lot more of the hull in the water, creating a lot of uneasy conditions. So it's a weird feeling riding on the pad, and I feel as if in the end of this video, I briefly was on the pad and the speeds were starting to break. Beautiful day. Let's get this thing fired up. Let's see how she does. and it was still going up. Holy crap. That's it for me today. Well, there you have it. The end of that clip. I was getting up on the pad. It was, I got 61.4 on my GPS, and I feel as if the last stretch of that river with the trim up, she was gaining speed nicely. If I had a little more stretch there, I would have thought I could have gotten it up to 62 or 63, no problem with this particular prop. For those of you who know this setup, please give me a different prop recommendation. What's out there for 25 pitches, 26, 27 that will go on this engine? This seems to be like a very hard setup to find props for. Also, as you can see here, I'm testing out the logo on the shirt. I put together a few of these. I don't know if this is something you guys would be interested in at all, but I like the design. Got these in a few different colors. If people want them, shoot me a comment or shoot me an email. My email's on my channel. Toying with the idea of putting these out there. I like the design. I like the old Evinrude E. I was thinking of also putting a Johnson Seahorse on the back. As you know, I'm an OMC guy. So I appreciate you guys joining me. God bless. Safe boating.